I'm Taylor Vitani, and you're watching another episode of The Living Show, Living in Shelby Township. And guess where I am? I'm at the Mother-Son Dance here with Mike Adams. Mike, it's been one whole year, and we are back at it. How you feeling?
Ready for another year, ready for the craziness to ensue. I
was gonna say, you know, with little boys, every time you get a bunch of little boys around, it's just, we were just talking about it, it's the funniest chaos you've ever seen. So as far as, I know I probably talked about this last year, and I'll ask you again to see if anything's changed. What's your favorite part about this specific event that you put on?
Well, I think my favorite part is probably a threefold when the DJ plays the YMCA, the chicken dance, and probably the Macarena.
Everybody's out on the dance floor?
Yes, all 170 people.
Do you think there's more people this year, or more kids this year than there was last year? The same?
It's about the same. Actually, about 5 less. We found out that having a little bit more room for the kids to enjoy themselves, we'll just say, is a little bit better. So we did scale it back a little bit this year.
I gotcha. So other than that, is there anything different from last year that you're doing this year?
No, we've gotten great feedback on the layout, the food, so we kept everything the same. Cherry Creek's done a wonderful job since we came back with this dance from COVID, and so we kind of kept everything the same. Yeah,
it seems like now things are really rolling and everything seems to be very smooth, and I remember even commenting last year about how good the food was, and it was just, I mean, everything's so beautiful, everyone's so dressed up. I've never seen so many cute little boys dressed up full, like, I mean, some of them are in suits and tuxes. It's the cutest thing I've ever seen. So how long have you been doing this?
This is my 22nd Mother-Son Dance, yes.
That is amazing. And you love it just as much now as you did then, huh?
I'll say yeah.
Yes.
I'll say yeah.
Is it worth, it's worth all the work it put?
It is, and it is a lot of work. After this is done today, we're already planning for the next one tomorrow, booking the venue and everything, so.
I was actually just gonna ask about that. So mothers who don't know about it yet, or maybe want to join in next year, what do they have to do in order to get there? Is there a registration process? How does that work?
Yeah, we actually start in September, October, so we do start way ahead of time. Again, the only difference from years before is it fills up even quicker now. So we're not taking 200 people anymore. Like I said, around 170, so it does fill up quick. So anyone that wants to come next year, look out in September, October.
That's right, you better get your registration in right away. And where do they go to do that?
The Parks and Rec office, they can come on in or give us a call, and now we also do it online, so they can do everything online.
Perfect, so if you guys have any questions or want to register or even just want to know more about the events, make sure that you check them out online or give them a call here. Thank you so much, Mike. We enjoy coming to this every year, and it is just the best event. I love it.
Thanks for coming out, we appreciate it.
The 2023 Mother-Son Dance. Of course, this is one of my favorite events of the whole year. And first, I'm going to start talking here to Chantel and her kids. Chantel, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. So what does it feel like here to be at the Mother-Son Dance?
It's amazing. I've been coming since Nicholas was 3 years old.
Wow, my goodness.
Now I'm bringing Alex with me.
Yeah, so we have Nicholas and Alex with us, and they look like they're having a great time. Right now, they're just sitting waiting for probably a good song to come on to dance, right? Are you having fun?
Yes.
What's your favorite part about tonight?
The dance and the food.
The dancing and the food? That's what most people say. What about you?
Probably just being here with my mom and my brother.
Oh, that's so sweet. What good boys you have. Well, thanks you guys for talking with us, and I hope you guys have a great time. This is Allison and Gavin. Allison, how you doing?
We're good. How are you?
Good. So you guys are the cutest little couple here for a mother and son dance. Are you having fun, Gavin?
Uh-huh.
What's going to be your favorite part of the night? Just being with your mom?
Yes.
Yes. Do you want to dance tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You want to get some good food?
Yep.
You are ready, aren't you?
Yep.
Oh, well, that's so cute. I love that you and your mom are here together. I'm so excited for you. Thanks so much for talking with us.
You're welcome.
I'm here now with Danielle and Jacob. Jacob, how are you liking the dance so far?
Good.
Yeah, are you dancing already?
No.
No, did you get any food already yet?
I got Coke.
You did get a Coke? Well, that's a good start, I think, right? What's your most exciting part of the night?
Hanging out with my mom.
That is the best answer. Did your mom pay you to say that?
No.
Danielle, how's it feel to be here with your son?
It's always something we look forward to just because we get to spend time together and spend time with some of our neighbors and our best friends. So we really have a really good time together.
That's nice too. And you know what? They really don't do a whole ton of mother and son specifically, exclusively type of situations. So this is so fun to be here and see all the moms and sons. So thank you so much for talking with us. Thank you, Jacob.
We look forward to our date night. We look forward to our date night for
Yeah,
sure.
all right, high five. And this is Michael and his friends. Michael, are you having a great time?
Yeah.
What is your most exciting part of the night?
Dinner.
Dinner? Oh my gosh, you know what? I can relate. That's my favorite part of the night too. Are you excited to dance?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you excited to be with your mom?
Yeah.
Where is your mom? Over there? Yeah. All right. Well, I hope you guys have such a great time. I'm so excited for you.
I'm gonna be break dancing.
Well, I'm going to be looking out for that. I'll put you to it.
Try.
I think you're going to do so good. And I'll be looking out and watching you break dance.
Okay.
All right. Good talking to you.
Humans have been gathering around fires, sharing stories for centuries. It appears these hot ashes are about to be dumped, which could possibly start a wildfire.
Oh my gosh. Bear!
Wait just a minute. Is that the Smokey Bear?
He scared us.
How will Smokey deal with such a hot situation? Precisely. The garden hose defense. Next, a thorough stir. Then another spray. And finally the true test. Feeling if the ashes are cool. It looks like they are. Bravo.
Wait, do you mind if we could just...
Ah yes,
really quick?
the selfie. A ritual practiced so frequently with this tribe. But not so much by Smokey Bear.
So just 1 second, Smokey, wait.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
I'm Hillary Davis. I'm with the Shelby Township Historical Committee, and I'm here at the Utica Cemetery. This cemetery is one of the oldest in Michigan. It's also the location of graves of some very important people that influenced the history of this area. That's why this cemetery has been listed on the Michigan State Register of Historic Places. I'm standing in what's the oldest part of the cemetery. This was what was referred to as the old burying ground. And this is where a lot of the first settlers who came to this area, this is where they're buried, as well as their descendants are buried. The first settler to this part of Michigan settled in what's now downtown Utica in around 1817, and that was Nathaniel Squire. He came from New England with his family. His son Thomas died shortly after the family arrived here and is the first burial in this cemetery. Nathaniel, we don't know where his actual grave is because a lot of the graves in this area are missing. The headstones are either gone or partially submerged, as you might see around here. So we don't exactly know where Nathaniel is actually buried, but because of his service in the Revolutionary War, this monument was erected a few years ago in honor of his service, about in the location where we think he may be buried. In 1820, Joseph Stead came from England with his family and settled here in Shelby Township. He bought up several hundred acres of land right in this area, and he built a house nearby, and he farmed the acreage, and he became a very prosperous farmer, and he was a very prominent member of the community. And he set aside 5 acres of land for this cemetery. And it was officially donated to the Utica Cemetery Association about 40 years later, around 1863, I think. So this whole area here is called the Stead Plot, or the Stead Reserve. And many of Joseph's descendants are buried here. And there are still 2 Stead houses standing in the township. Actually, there's one just up the street here. That's one of the original Stead homesteads. And down the street in downtown Utica is another Stead home. So they were very well-to-do and, like I said, very prominent and prosperous, as reflected in this grand monument to the family. Among the notable graves here in the Utica Cemetery are the resting places of Peter and Sarah Lirich. They were the ones who had the house over in what is now Riverbends Park that was on the Underground Railroad. It was a station for that cause before the Civil War and during the Civil War. This stone looks a little bit newer. I believe it's a replacement stone because the original stones for this couple are missing or partially submerged. For instance, down at my feet is the original stone for Sarah Lirich. The Ewells were another pioneer family. They also came from New England and settled in Shelby Township. They settled around the area of like 23 Mile and Shelby. And they had several hundred acres, which they farmed, and they were prosperous, and they were a prominent family in the area, as you can see by another grand monument. The Ewells, like many of the settlers in this part of the country, believed very strongly in education. It was important that their children get educated. So they established schools, usually in the form of one-room schoolhouses. And the Ewells set aside property, about an acre of land, for a schoolhouse. And it was at the corner of 23 and Shelby Road. And even though the original schoolhouse is gone, there is still a Ewell school there. And that's named for this family. Utica Cemetery also has graves of soldiers from just about every war that Americans fought in. For instance, Mr. Drinkwater here was in the U.S. Navy during World War II, but there were also soldiers buried here from the Civil War, the War of 1812, and there's one soldier who served in World War I, and he was 23 years old. He was killed in France in 1918, weeks before the armistice was signed. His name was Victor Reich, and the American Legion post across the street is named for him in his honor. Utica Cemetery, like most old cemeteries, can also provide a glimpse of what life was like for even ordinary people. For instance, this is the grave of Dora Thompson. She died in 1908. She was born in Sterling Township, which is today's Sterling Heights. She was born in 1874 to parents who had just come over from Germany. And they're buried here too, somewhere around. She was only 34 when she died. I found her death certificate online, and she died of a disease that is treatable today. So even though she's alone here, her parents are nearby.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it.
I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool.
To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
The Burgess-Shadbush Nature Center is a place where you can learn about your natural surroundings and gain knowledge about the outdoors. The homeschool classes at the Burgess-Shadbush Nature Center teaches children about how trees make sugar and the history of harvesting it.
I am right back here at the Burgess-Shadbush Nature Center with Zach today. Zach, how are you?
I'm doing good today.
Good. So Zach he works here at the Nature Center. Tell them what you do here at the Nature Center.
Here at the Nature Center, I take care of animals, help design and run programs, and just make sure everyone has a good experience when they come in to visit.
So just an overall nature aid is what you do. Cool. So we actually just went on a very fun little adventure learning all about maple trees and maple syrup and how it's made. And for the viewers who couldn't be here today and all the kids that couldn't make it today, could you just give us a quick little rundown of how that went?
So that went really good. I had a group of about 10 kids in here for our monthly homeschool program. First, we started off with a story about maple syrup and maple trees and collecting, and then we went out on our trail. We talked about how trees make maple syrup, how to collect maple syrup, and the very, very long process of boiling down sap into syrup.
It was really interesting. I really actually was paying attention all the way throughout. Finding it, everything that you talked about actually was things that I've probably learned as a child, but forgot over time. And so it was really fun for us to even kind of follow you and watch you teach these kids and watch their interested little minds kind of wrap around it. So how often do you do these types of things at the Nature Center?
So we do these programs. So this is our homeschool program today. So we do one of these per month, the first Wednesday of every month. We do a different theme. So this month, because it's the sweetest season, we are doing maple sugaring. This is the only time of the year that you can actually collect sap from maple trees to turn into syrup because you need freezing weather at night and above freezing temperatures during the day in order for the sap to flow.
And we know too that these types of activities are really important for homeschool kids, which I know that you know too. In what ways do you think this really benefits those kids?
Well, these are for homeschool kids, but it's open to anybody who's actually free during the day. They don't necessarily have to be in a homeschool program. So it's ages 4 to 12. So some of the kids, like the 4 and 5-year-olds, if they're not in school, they can also attend. Or if you're just free during the day, you can attend. But at the Nature Center, all of our programs are hands-on and interactive. We get kids outside as much as possible and just try to make learning fun for them.
We certainly learned a lot all about the maple trees and maple syrup and how it's all made, and we want to thank you so much for having us be a part of it and letting us join today, and hopefully we will see all of you here at the Burgess-Shadbush Nature Center for the next one.